Hi, I'm Charmaine. Welcome to Curiosity Over Fear, where we have the difficult conversations about overcoming fear with courage and curiosity. So whether you're looking to change something with your career or just everyday life, I invite you to join me on this journey to be less fearful and more daring. You know, sometimes I think the world forgets how to be kind. We scroll past people faster than we see them. We debate instead of listen. And we mistake being right for being real. So for today, for World Kindness Day, I wanted to do something different. Not a list of tips or a lecture on being nice, but a little love poem for kindness itself. Because honestly, I think kindness deserves a moment in the spotlight. So here's a sonnet I wrote for all the quiet, awkward, beautifully human ways we show up for each other. An ode to kindness and other things we forget. You know, the funny thing about kindness is it's never really been cool. It doesn't go viral, it doesn't make headlines, it's not flashy or loud. Kindness just quietly keeps the world from falling apart. And yet, we underestimate it all the time. We think kindness is weakness or something we can save for later, after the emails, after the stress, after the world makes more sense. But kindness isn't a luxury, it's maintenance. It's what keeps us human. Sometimes it looks like holding space for someone who's hard to love. Sometimes it's giving yourself permission to rest. Sometimes it's saying, hey, I was wrong. And sometimes it's just not responding when you really want the last word. Kindness isn't perfect, it's awkward, it's messy, and it often goes unnoticed. But it's the one thing that never makes the world worse. So, this World Kindness Day, let's practice curiosity as our version of kindness. Because when we get curious about someone's story, about what's underneath the surface, we stop reacting out of fear. And that's where compassion begins. So that's it. Thank you for letting me try something different today. This sonnet was inspired by two things. One, a whimsical love poem that was in the form of a sonnet that was about a sandwich. And two, by a friend who shared with me a creative piece she wrote of an alternate universe where women were the superior gender and men were fighting for their rights. It was funny, but had a very serious tone to it. I loved it. So it inspired me to do something different and creative myself. And somehow both reminded me that creativity, like kindness, doesn't need to make sense to matter. Sometimes it's just about letting yourself play. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that kindness and curiosity kind of go hand in hand. Both ask us to look twice, to stay open instead of certain, to wonder instead of assume. And maybe that's where kindness really begins in not what we do, but how we see. So if you take anything from today, let it be this: keep your heart a little curious and your kindness a little weird. What's the weirdest way you could be kind today? If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to leave me a review so that I can send you a free Curiosity Over Fear sticker. Then after writing the review, claim your free gift by taking a screenshot and sending it to me via direct message on Instagram at Curiosity Over Fear. Thank you for joining me this week on Curiosity Over Fear. If you haven't already, subscribe so you can get a reminder to tune in every other Thursday for new episodes. And remember, always ask yourself, what would be possible if you led with courage and curiosity?